How to check if your Google Drive is safe from ransomware attacks. The steps listed below are taken from the article, Are My Google Drive Safe from Ransomware Attacks? If you find your own URL is doing things differently, try checking it against these suggestions to see if it goes any more smoothly. Types of ransomware. There are generally two types of ransomware: pay-per-use like CryptoLocker and free versions like Krebs on Security Green Thing. They may share code, but generally the free versions are more dangerous. Microsoft has created a form name toolkit that helps people detect whether a malicious file is of either type. The two lists below show examples of a JS script that Meta released that did not have all tools. Types of ransomware. Here is a list of what types of ransomware the Google Drive may be susceptible to: CryptoLocker, CryptoAll, TeslaCrypt, Zlog, a variant of CryptoLocker. What to do if a specific type of ransomware has infected your Google Drive. There are many different types of ransomware out there, but one type, in particular, appears to be on the rise, called PyCrypt ransomware. It looks like a normal Outlook or Word document, but when opened will encrypt your files and demand that you pay for their decryption services. This is a completely no-cost solution for ransomware because the company could not be sued if something went wrong with the decryption service. However, Google has stepped up and taken these kinds of attacks seriously. They now block new PyCrypt ransomware versions just by looking at them with an advanced spam filter. At the time of this writing, May 2015, a new version of PyCrypt ransomware forced people in Oregon to pay their data back. However, Google has already discovered almost 70 variants of this ransomware that appear to be identical, and so if you start seeing the http://decryptorservice.com URL, why not fill it out with the data from cmaylivecat@yahoo.com and let us figure out what to do with this. How to find out what's in your Google Drive. There are many benefits to having a Google Drive account. This technology is extremely convenient because it lets you store your documents anywhere, sign on from any device, and search for what you need with very few minutes of work. Because of these benefits, people often make the mistake of believing that their drive is safe from hackers. However, this couldn't be further from the truth, as there has been a rise in ransomware attacks on these systems in recent years. When you should use a backup is a great way to make sure that your sensitive files are saved in case of an attack like the recent one by WannaCry. However, many users choose not to make a backup. Instead, we would recommend using two types of encryption: scrambled disk drives and file-level encryption. Scrambling disk drives will scramble the content of folders so that even if someone has malware on their computer, they won't be able to enter what they see as. File-level encryption encrypts all IOs for OS computers, which is turned on by default unless explicitly disabled by the user. iOS makes it hard to turn on file-level encryption as well. OS X macOS makes encrypting individual files possible, but from what we could tell, Apple doesn't want you to do this if you don't have the disk space for a full-blown disk image. Not sure about computer or email encryption yet? For those of you who still don't back up, our recommendation is call your IT department about partnering them up with trusted cloud services. WannaCry and Eternal Blue attackers demand tips for avoiding ransomware attacks. Avoiding ransomware attacks is critical for businesses since those are the more likely target of those attacks. If a business has become the victim, you need to quickly come up with a plan. The recent study found that 97% of businesses surveyed experienced ransomware in 2017 and that there is no shortage of hackers who want your passwords. Prevention methods: as a combination of modern ransomware that is built specifically to extort money from its victims and newly devised cyber attacks hitting targets at exponential rates, leading cybersecurity companies are most concerned about ransomware attacks. Taking this into account, it is necessary for Internet users to take the necessary precautions. Their first method is prevention methods. Conclusion: Google Drive is a free online service that allows users to store, sync, access, and share files across multiple devices. If your Google Drive is turned into a ransomware, then there are always